You know, I get that question a lot. Why would I start the Freddie's? My name is Randy, but honestly, I really started the Freddie's because one real reason. One is that in the 80s when I started, I'm kind of getting old in this business, if you will, but when I started, a lot of people always were asking me, Randy, who's got the best frequent flyer program? And I could answer that question day in and day out for Randy Peterson, who was the best program for me. But because I researched all of the airlines and hotel companies, I knew over time what was best for Randy really probably wasn't best for somebody else. I lived in Colorado, somebody else lived in New York City, somebody else in London, and somebody else in Hong Kong. The choice of carriers would certainly be different. What we did with awards, what we liked about benefits. I'm not real big on upgrades. I kind of like to save my miles for a rainy day way into the future. Others are looking for immediate gratification. They're looking for upgrades, or maybe they're just looking to find free seats out there. And as we know, some airlines are better than others for award redemption. So I really started it because I felt guilty, if you will, that in giving advice to all these frequent flyers in the early 80s, that I wanted to make sure they were getting the best answer for what was right for them. As well, I also wanted to make sure, and this was maybe the start of social media, if you will, back in the 80s, is that I wanted to make sure that the answer for anybody out there actually came from the frequent flyer, because I'm not an airline guy, I'm not really a marketing guy, I'm just a frequent flyer. And I thought by asking other frequent flyers, we would poll together and find out among us the guys that really put the miles in our butts in those seats, if you will, and used upgrades, knew which programs were easy to redeem, or knew all the little secrets. If we could collect all of that wisdom, if you will, and determine who was the best program, it really helped other people determine which programs to belong to. And you know, I think also it's helped the industry a little bit, because you know, they all compete for the same frequent flyer, if you will, but I know, just like in any other business out there, some do it better than others. So I really started again the Freddie's to kind of ask people who were the best programs from many different experiences out there. I think the first year in the Freddie's, I convinced 864 people to vote in the Freddie's. This year, almost 750,000 people voted in the Freddie's. And yeah, you know, when you ask a lot of people, they are passionate about miles and points, and as a result, I think the Freddie's, the winners are easy for me to recommend to anybody.